Hey guys, so we're doing a car video today because it's what I got for you. Um, I'm not even entirely sure what I want to talk about. It's just kind of, I really felt like I wanted to make a video and do a little update on just what's going on and where things are at. First of all, I just wanted to announce that Justin, who is the Witch of Enchantment here on YouTube, and I are doing a podcast which launches January 11th, and that is called Traversing the Darkness. We've already been working on some episodes and stuff, so just keep an eye out for January 11th when we launch. I'm really looking forward to this. It's been really great, and it's been really fun to kind of just talk about some of the more nitty gritty stuff and really do this collaboration with him. And it is part of Wine and Witchcraft, which is a live show that he does with Brittany. So the podcast is kind of linked into that brand. I just wanted to mention that as well. But I feel like I had to sneeze. um, so yeah, that goes live in January. I'm really looking forward to it. I have personally been really struggling to make content and try and figure out the things that I want to share on this channel and what types of videos that you guys want from me and um how I can better reach my audience here. I just feel like my channel has been stagnant for this whole last year, and it's been frustrating because I don't want it to be. I'm not wanting to leave YouTube or anything like that. I enjoy doing this and I plan on continuing to do it, but I think I just need a little bit more inspiration. So if anyone wants to throw any video requests down below, I'd love that. I think it would really help me out right now. The other thing I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit today is the fact that it is winter. I mean, the solstice hasn't happened yet, but I live in the north and it's winter. There is snow on the ground, as you can see behind me, and snow, all the snow. um, I am. I really struggle with seasonal depression here in Minnesota, and it's weird coming from Washington because a common misconsensus or a common misconception in Washington is that, well, don't you struggle because it rains all the time? And the reality is that Washington is always green all year round, and it doesn't get as cold as this, and there's more evergreen trees, so you don't have like these bare trees over here where everything's just cold, so frigid cold and gray. And so, I really get hit hard with seasonal depression. And not only that, but I have so many other things stacked against me mental illness wise, which I've not shied away from discussing on this channel, but it makes it hard for me to enjoy this time of the year. And not only that, but I also have grief. I miss my mom. I miss my mom a lot around this time of the year because I look back on every single memory that was ever made for December, for the holiday season, and all of it was her working really hard and just being a fantastic mom. And that's hard, especially because when she got sick, we started to notice it around Thanksgiving. And then by New Year's, she was in the hospital and she never came out. And she died in the beginning of March. So it's just rough for me. And there's a lot stacked against me. And I'm trying to find ways to enjoy this time of the year and find ways to really connect. And it's strange because normally Samhain is kind of my time of the year. I love in between Mabon and Samhain. I really connect with that time of the year, just working with the dead a lot and the ancestors. But I felt nothing this year. And that was unusual for me. And then the spirit energy kind of picked up a little bit in November. But then everything really slumped off hardcore when I started experiencing some dips in my mental health. And I didn't expect it to come on as quickly this year, I guess. Not as severely, but I guess here we are. So It's also been difficult because I've been trying to navigate making my own traditions for this holiday season, for the holiday season, not only because I'm a parent and I'm trying to figure out how to celebrate the holidays that are around this time of the year in the ways that feel comfortable to me, but it's hard to make those traditions, especially when you practice a faith that is not as widely accepted. And I think that it is important to really look at the cold, look at the stillness, and realize that what I'm feeling in a lot of ways is normal. And a lot of people experience this time of the year, especially if you have grief or trauma or pain that is associated with this time of the year. And sometimes it's okay to sit with our stillness or our pain and process it. And I do think that's what I need right now. But um, I also miss connection and I miss community and I miss knowing that I'm not alone and that there are other people who practice my faith with me. And that's why getting involved with the Fellowship of Northern Traditions is something that became deeply important to me as I attended my first gathering with them over midsummer. And I've been really kind of wanting to talk about those experiences more on my channel because community is something that I haven't really had a whole lot throughout the 20 plus years that I've been practicing. And it's been a very lonely solo journey. And for the longest time, I was okay with that. But one of the reasons why I came to YouTube way back in 2009 and then back again in 2018 is because I was looking for community. I was looking for camaraderie. And I did find it in a way that I didn't expect. And it's because I was on YouTube that I found it. It was because I was on YouTube that I found the Fellowship of Northern Traditions, which, I will put a link to their website down below if you guys are curious about them. But I I hate I'm really struggling with feeling isolated right now. And I'm trying to reach out and find community. I'm trying to really tell myself that I'm not alone and that I see a bunch of crow babies over there in the tree, and that makes me happy. I had a technically squirrel but crow moment because when I see crows, I get really happy. um, I've been trying to feed them, by the way, and get them to come to my yard. I'm like, come to my yard, be my friends, be my little void babies. There's like 5 of them in that tree. I'm like, look at the babies. Anyway, so I'm just trying to find things to celebrate. And part of the kind of celebrating my grief, I know that sounds really weird, but celebrating my grief is doing a Mother's Night celebration on the 20th and honoring the Disir and the women that came before me, especially as I've dived into my ancestry so much this year and I've discovered the names of my recent ancestors and kind of tried to connect with them on a deeper level. And my mother is now part of my Disir, and so is my grandmother. And my other grandmother, she's in her 90s and she's doing okay, but like it's really one of those things where it's only a matter of time. And once I lose her, it's gonna be really hard. Like, my grandmother that's still alive, if you've seen the movie Moana and you've seen her grandmother, that is pretty much the same woman that is my paternal grandmother. Like, it's crazy. Um, But yeah, she's the one that's inspired me to be an artist, and she's the one that's inspired me to be myself. I mean, she even confessed to me recently that she has the same experiences with connections to the dead and mediumship that I do, which was wild for me to discover. But so, like, honoring my ancestors, honoring my Disir, doing Mother's Night has been something that has really kind of helped heal this time of the year a little bit, or at least lessen the blow in my practice. But I'm trying to really take in the season, even sometimes maybe get outside and go for walks in the snow here in Minnesota. It's hard for me because the snow just lasts for so long and I'm not used to that. It doesn't matter how long I've lived here. I'm from Washington and I'm used to seeing trees, evergreen trees and mountains and smelling salt air, and I miss all of that. Not to say that Minnesota doesn't have its beauty, because this is very pretty. It's, but, you know, I just, I'm doing the best I can. And I just kind of wanted to do an update and share with you guys a little bit on kind of where my head's at and sort of just words. But yeah, I think that's all I have right now. And if you guys, again, have any video requests, please put them down below, because I could use some inspiration throughout this time. And I want to keep making content for you guys, and I want to keep kind of experimenting with that and stuff too, and kind of seeing what I can provide, because this is something that I do still enjoy doing, regardless of any sort of mental health funk that I've been in, and all that. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, blessed be.